Hello, I'm Brian Downs, and this is a Republic If You Can Keep It, my somewhat neglected YouTube channel. It's 10:10 in the morning on February 8th, 2026, coming in from Orlando, Florida. And yes, we're going to talk about the video. Everyone is very much worked up about the video that President Donald Trump reposted in his own social media, wherein he depicted former President Barack Obama and his wife Michelle as apes. Of course, the Obamas are African Americans, and this is racist. I'm not as worked up as everybody else about this. People say it's shocking. Shocking implies surprising, and it's not surprising. What have we learned? That the President of the United States, Donald Trump, is a repellent goblin. We knew that. That's been playing for 15 years at least. We have learned that he is the sort of person you would eject from your dinner party, carrying his teeth either in his face or in his Ziploc bag. His choice. Again, no surprise. Been well known to the world for 15 years at least. That he is crude, stupid, and vicious. Again, no surprise, and therefore no shock. What is interesting to me about it is it proves his character again. He is a schoolyard bully at 79 years old. He simply mocks people with insults and caricature and thinks that that makes him the best. But what I think is very interesting about this is that it demonstrates once again that the president is not only a repellent goblin, but an absolute fool. He posts this on his social media. He reposts this because this apparently is what he thinks the president should be spending his time with. Does he wish to communicate with people about with his constituents, with the people of the United States, about public education, public health, public infrastructure, national security, any relevant issue today? No, what he wants to do is post mocking videos about people he perceives as his political enemies. Video where he again demonstrates his character by presenting himself, by reposting videos someone else made, as a lion, as an apex predator, as a carnivore that strikes and kills where it wishes, ruling over a bunch of herbivores, which is to say Democrats, and of course the Obamas portrayed as apes. That's the image he wants you to believe. He hunts and kills where he will, because he's president. Consensus is not what he does. Compromise is not what he does. Changing minds is not what he does. He hunts and kills. That's what he does. Well, this, of course, is how a tyrant behaves. And this, of course, is how President Trump sees himself. But fortunately for the planet and the species, this tyrant is an imbecile. He's always been viciously stupid, and he's descending into dementia. How in the world was this the choice? He posts this thing. By the way, about the Obamas, who are not in public office, are not seeking public office, who are not, in fact, an important matter before our nation, and are not particularly influential as political opponents to Donald Trump. But that's who he wants to pick. To what purpose? What did he think he was going to accomplish? How could this video have been anything but a political catastrophe that would dominate the news cycle for days and make him look like a repellent little racist goblin, which he is? He posts it. Obviously, no one can tell him no. It stays up for hours. The White House tries to pretend. Finally, they take it down. The White House tries to pretend, oh, it got posted by accident. Somebody low on the food chain, some intern who evidently has late night access to the president's social media feeds, decided to post it. Then we decided to leave it up for hours. So, gosh, it was kind of an accident. Then, of course, the president is asked about it directly on Air Force One, and he says, no, it was me, I did it, I'm not going to apologize. How could this have been anything but a disaster? As a political maneuver, what did he gain? Already, any number, even, stalwart Republican politicians are fleeing from him on this issue. That's the insight here. Yes, he's disgusting. We knew that. He's also a fool who cannot trigger anything but a disaster. And cannot see the disaster when it's fallen on his head. Showing once again another of the innumerable reasons that he's totally unqualified for his position. Not only criminality, but incompetence, and of course, worsening dementia. We look forward to the day when President Trump is removed from office by impeachment by the 25th Amendment, which removes presidents for inability to perform their duties, which he has so vividly demonstrated again and again. One day, this will be behind us, and we will be better.